Valentine's Day. Dating expert Stephanie Safran's here with tips to revitalize your love life.
She is the founder of StefInTheCity.com and is known as the recessionista matchmaker. I love this.
Yes.
Now, we both, of course, are married, but I like the fact that you're here because we're going to kind of put you on the spot.
Yeah, I knew that.
Well,
I saw that coming from a mile away.
You said guys call within 3 days. Really? It takes you 3 days to call back?
Well, we think when we give out a number, we want people to call when they get the number. It's amazing. Guys think they get the number, and then they call like, well, I got it. It's a week. I'm busy.
I got the number! That's what they say. They're like, I got the number! Woo! And then they forget or something comes out. Or they get another number. You know, I remember.
Is that why? Why don't they call back?
Stuff
And why
happens,
wouldn't we be waiting by the phone?
Things occur.
Okay.
You know? But no, smart guys will call like the next day. Right away.
If they're really interested.
Am I wrong?
So is that the key? Knowing that they're really interested?
We want them to call, first of all, not text. People are too, you know, it's that instant fix that they text, and people can't know language, tone when you're texting, and it doesn't work. I mean, would you text a job interview? Hey, I want to see, I'd love to see you, you know, again for another interview. You wouldn't do anything like that.
Well, and how about the I'd love to see more of you, and then all of a sudden there's a picture in the email.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not something you want to go out with again. No. Well, first of all, a lot of people who have done online dating have gotten discouraged because people lie about what they look like. Everything from, you know, some people have even said that the picture's 20 years old and they liked it of themselves, to, you know, guys tend to lie about height, women tend to lie about weight. So you end up going out with someone that you think looks nothing like what you started.
But this stuff's important. I mean, these tips are important in the social media age when everything is online and you become unsure about how to communicate. And guys who may have trouble with that already now have even more, I think.
Well, that's why we have some rules. As a recessionista matchmaker, we make sure that we put things into perspective so people understand what the expectations are. And if you understand these expectations, it makes the dating situation much more comfortable. We do ask gentlemen to pay for the first date so that people do not focus and say, if I don't like that person enough, do I offer, do I not offer? So there's no, I'm not saying that guys have to pay all the time. It's just, we think on the first date, it's important to set some precedents.
Okay, but wait a second. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You and I, maybe we're a little old school, but we look at this as these are no-brainers. These are things that
You'd be amazed that people nowadays don't understand some of these things, that they're no-brainers. I mean, we have people, some people like, you know, do like being picked up at their residence, you know, and some people want to just meet there. Some people only want to meet for coffee and think a meal is too much. And we're not talking about the gentlemen, we're talking about the ladies as well. So we like to set a precedent so that people feel comfortable, and that gives us a much better success rate because people walk in knowing it's a date and they can have fun and not to just put everything out there.
I want to go back to the technology for just a second because you say don't Google search. And I think that is sort of common across the board now. People say, I want to find out everything I can about this guy or this girl to find out, you know, whether they're a little crazy.
Should know a little
something. What I'm saying is when you come to me, you should, you know, allow me to do some of the research. If you're going to do that kind of searching, then go on something like Intelligence. Don't go on Google where anything can be out there. You want to see, if you want to do something like that to do a background check, then you do want to see where, you know, who their friends are, things like that on Facebook and LinkedIn. But a Google search, somebody could just put something out there, and the next thing you know, it's all over. But also, you know, there are people who have multiple names that are common. So what if it's a common name, and then you connect yourself and you think it's them, and it's not?
Tell me the worst horror story you ever heard. I have to know. You must have heard something horrible about some crazy dude.
Oh, there were some gentlemen that were completely inappropriate. I'm not going to say that women haven't been inappropriate before, but he wanted people to show a little bit more of themselves before he met them.
That's
right, that's what you were saying here, so, you know, don't do that. You have some gifts here peppered on our set that I do want to talk about, just some ideas in case you haven't shopped yet. I know I haven't.
It looks like the cover of a romance novel up here.
Well, we wanted some last-minute ideas so that people, especially being the recessionista matchmaker, that people in different budget price points can afford and can also realize that you don't have to go out spending a ton of money to get some of the items that people just love to get. We started out here with homemade Valentine's Day cards. So if you have, you know, it's the last minute, you don't want something that's something too sexy or too much love, then you can create your own, and it looks beautiful. and you can be comfortable with it.
Sure that you put some time and love into it, right?
Absolutely. And then over 1 billion boxes of chocolate are going to be bought just for Valentine's Day, one day of the year. So we have both sugar-free and truffles, and a lot of people with special dietary needs can, have no problem using that.
Medically proven to be an aphrodisiac. Yes, we love the chocolate. Go ahead.
And they're also beautiful. And we also have, if you want to get to know your partner better, we have a game, and it's a tables conversation of table topics, and it has just basic question and information that, from anything of what would you like to throw away of the guys.
Oh,
if you could.
Wow.
And lastly, if you still want jewelry, we have something from a fine jewelry store, and it is the toy watch, which people are going crazy over, and this is in rose gold.
That's sweet. I'm just going to take a little peek at that. So you might still be shopping for Valentine's Day, but I'm not sure who. That is
you
nice.
say if we want the jewelry. I love that. Of course
Well, I'm
we
sure
want the
that
jewelry.
James and Sons would be very happy if, to take care of you
You
at
were
the
the
last
best.
minute.
This is great stuff.
Let's hope Susan's not watching. Thank you, Steph. This is really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Some great advice. For more tips and advice, check out the website, stefinthecity.com.
I'm surfing it right now, and if you want to